So now I think I did it right this time. I did the countdown, and already we're live. So
there you go.
We are good.
Just had to get the kinks out,
Every single time. So, like we ended last time, and I posted about it. Well, first of all, I'm trying to my other microphone this time because looking into some information about it, I found out that the letters on the microphone are supposed to be facing you. I tried doing a test with different ones, see which one sounds better. I don't know which one sounds better, but maybe we'll compare. Maybe some people will tell us. So
you sound clear to me. So
all right. So I'm drinking this Jacko Pumpkin Ale.
Oh yeah,
shit. Because I bought one of those
crunch fucking ale.
Yeah, exactly. I bought one of those Sam Adams variety packs. The Feister beer is okay. The Oktoberfest is still the best. This, I gotta say, this is horrible.
Oh yeah.
I tried it last year, and I'm like, oh, it's really not that bad. I mean, it's only 4.4, but it's like a pumpkin spice beer. It literally tastes like pumpkin and spice in a beer. If the alcohol content was a lot higher, like I've had a gingerbread beer, and a gingerbread beer ain't bad. Like a wintry evening, and you're having a nice gingerbread beer bread on tap. Not bad. This shit, no good. A pumpkin spice beer. I'm like, maybe I'll drink pumpkin tonight instead of but no, I'll be bourbon.
Do you
tired?
Do you drink summer shandies? Have you ever had one?
I do, like the Lining Kugels.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I love that. That's like a perfect summer beer. They have I saw on ShopRite, they have a fall beer too.
Do they?
Yeah. I don't even know what the flavor is supposed to be. I gotta try it. It might be an Oktoberfest. I don't know.
It's probably an Oktoberfest because they all have Oktoberfest.
Oh, it's definitely it's definitely a fall theme, but
yeah, it's gonna take a lot for them to beat Oktoberfest for Sam Adams. That shit is
no, that is good. That shit's just heavy. I could do like one or two.
That's like all Sam Adams shit, man. It's like having a meal. Yeah. That's what I used to do sometimes. I was living by myself. I'd come home and have a 6-pack for dinner. Pass out on the floor.
You want to talk about it? Or?
Yeah. Well, that's why I was living alone. I don't do that anymore. That was a long time ago. So, instead of some 4 roses tonight.
There you go. I'm drinking cherry Coke Zero. It's delicious.
Ah, how's that going?
Oh, it's good.
What's up for Monday Night Football?
It's halftime. Giants are down 6-3 to the Cowboys.
Aha. How'd this weekend go for football?
It went good. So it went better. Vincent played about 10 plays.
He played let's do that. Let's catch up.
Oh yeah. I definitely want to get some Jet frustration out too.
All right.
We'll start with the kids. So both my sons had games.
Yeah, let's follow up on that. So just to recap from last week.
Yeah.
I've been talking about it with people all week too.
Right. So the important part, again, I'm not going to name any names here, but the president, I like him a lot. Good guy. He gave me his word he'd fix it, and he did. Vincent played 10 plays. He, per league rule, he had to play 6, so he played 10. A couple in the beginning, a couple at the end, fine, right? They ended up losing, whatever, but everyone seemed to be happy. They all played, and overall, everyone was happy. So I think last week I talked about how we were having a meeting on Tuesday, the parents and the coaches and the league and everything. So someone from the county board showed up too. I guess a parent contacted the county. So we had a productive meeting. It lasted about like an hour and 15 minutes. But this one thing killed me. I don't know if I mentioned her last week. She's like the GM. She's the one that said she would see the parents.
Okay.
Anyway, the president starts off the meeting saying, hey, all you parents, you were in violation of one of the bylaws, one of the guidelines when you are parental code of conduct that you basically sign when you sign your kid up. Again, small print, not a lot of people read it. However, you are responsible to read it. So that's bad. That's, our bad as the parents for not reading it, right? In the bylaws or the guidelines, whatever you want to call it, it does state that you are not to talk in the Team Snap app during the game, like about the game.
What?
Yeah. So I guess it's just so there's not crazy, miscommunication and confusion in there. They just want like the team mom or the coaches to be like, hey, we're meeting here, before the game or whatever. the other reason they do that is they don't want parents, complaining in the app. They'd rather them take it up with the coaches. However, there's a 24-hour window, like a cooling off period, which does make sense because when you're emotional and things are in the moment, you may
Yeah.
react differently. So that all makes sense,
Sounds like
right?
a lot of shit to worry about.
It does, right? However, the coaches aren't supposed to talk about the game either. And this one, the female who's considered the general manager, she, responded back like, yeah, hey, come meet me. So she was in violation of the policy too. So the president points that out, and we, the parents were like, hey, well, she told us to come meet her after the game. This lady denies it. She's like, no, I never said that. We're like, no, it's right here in the app. And we pulled up the app, and there it is, clear as day.
Yeah.
It said three days ago. It's now Tuesday. It was Saturday. It's like it says right here, come see me after the game by the gate
Yeah.
to the field. She's like, no, I didn't say that. And we're all like looking at each other like puzzled, be like, it's right here. What do you mean you didn't say it, right? So then we moved on to another topic or whatever. And my wife's with me. She's right next to me. And someone brought it up again. And she's like, I never said anything. She's like, it's not there. It's not in the app. My wife pulled it up. In the middle of the meeting, this lady goes in and deletes her comment.
No way.
Dude, swear to God. But this is the best part. There's like 5 parents that took screenshots of it. So we have the evidence.
Oh, wow.
So it's not like all was lost. Like now it's like, oh, now it could be like a debate. Like, hey, you were just seeing things. No. We took a screenshot.
Holy shit.
So we're like, are you kidding? We bring it up to the president at the end. Like, hey, she has lost all respect from me now. Going forward, I'll never respect her again. Anything she says will never hold weight. I mean, you violated your integrity. You can't do that. And you lied to grown adults. Us as parents were like, hey, you know what? We didn't read the code of conduct. We should read it. And now we know, and we'll do better going forward. She had the opportunity to say the same thing. Hey, I screwed up. I shouldn't have told you guys, hey, we can talk about it because really we can't. Let's move forward. Instead, she doubled down. Then she tripled down. And then she, like a sneak, deletes the comment. Shit. I mean, how fucking scummy is that?
Yeah.
And dude, we saw it. And we have screenshots. It's like.
For kids, friggin' youth sports, you're going through this much fucking trouble.
It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. But so I've seen her at every practice and every game.
Yeah.
She wasn't at like 2 practices this week, and then she wasn't at the game on Sunday. Oh, really? So I'm wondering if like the president kind of told her like, go kick rocks for a little bit, or I don't know.
That could be. Man,
I mean, whatever, dude. Like, I'm not even like trying to like harp on that stuff anymore. However, I'll never forget what she did. And she's basically dead to me for that.
And so now your son's coach, he took the blame.
Yeah. He was like, hey, we didn't get the kids in. He's like, I lost track. I was a little too focused on winning. Said the right things. If you apologize and fall on the sword and say you'll fix it, like there's not anything for the parents to say. They're just going to say, okay, like prove it to us.
He was man enough to take the blame, and
exactly. And the president did a great job. I mean, he did try to defend his coaches and his GM, and I get that. That's his people. But ultimately, he was like, hey, I'll fix it. And he did. So, again, all in all, it was good, except that little hiccup there, which is completely unacceptable. We're all adults here. I mean, come on.
That's exactly. And this is for fucking kids' sports. Like, I was talking to my wife about it the other day because, like, my dad used to run the Little League, in our town. And he said there was times, man, where I'm pretty sure he moved the meetings to the Elks. So that way guys could relax. They could have some beers and hash shit out and talk about shit. But I think there was plenty of times, man, where he said guys would come in, man, and right away they'd start going at it with each other. And one time,
I'm sure
came to blows. And like this, I mean, I know you're looking out for your kids, but this is looking out for everybody's kids.
Yeah, it gets nuts. But
the president, they had a meeting because all right. So we had, I don't know if I brought this up last time we talked, but so we had the pep rally for my kids, football and for cheerleading and stuff like that.
Right.
So they had, everybody had a tent. You got to decorate your tent, make your tent nice and shit. And what happened was they didn't order enough pizza. They didn't order enough pizza and ice cream. One guy's like, I got 17 kids on my team, and they gave me 1 pizza. So now you've got parents walking up and down the tents going, hey, you guys got any pizza? You guys have any pizza left over? You guys have any ice cream left over? and they're trying to like collect leftover pizza and ice cream for the rest of the kids on the and you've got people super upset about it.
Yeah.
So they had a meeting, I guess, just to cover this kind of problem. And the dude running the league, he's like, "I'm done. I'm done. I'm out. I'm not dealing with
Yeah.
this." Yeah. So I don't know if he's finishing out the year or if somebody else is taking over, but he ain't even wasting his time. Like that's it. I'm out. This is
Yeah.
what we bitch about. You guys gonna give me this kind of shit? I'm forget about it. Not worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got I think 2 kids that play football and he's the coach of one team or something. And it's like I don't blame him. Exactly. Like what do you
Like
want to
gone completely, like kids out, the whole
No,
nine.
no, not about no, the kids will probably still play, but he
Oh,
ain't
okay.
running the league anymore.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
like, "No, I'm not dealing with that shit." And exactly, and I don't blame him, man. I got
Oh,
lucky.
it's a huge undertaking, and you're doing it for free. You know.
Yeah, exactly. It's the most thankless job.
Oh yeah.
So, and because we got lucky because my wife and I, she was the head coach of soccer and I was the assistant coach. And then with baseball, I was like the assistant coach with Little League, and it really wasn't bad. I mean, Little League, um, we only had like 5 kids on our Little League team. So that
Yeah.
was fine, just trying to rotate them around and stuff like that. And then we had a ton of kids on soccer, and it got a little crazy, but my wife's very good with the kids and made it fun and stuff like that. So the kids all had a good time. We didn't really play any games where kids had to rotate out, so that wasn't something that we had to worry about. I don't remember hearing any kind of complaints from parents about things, which is good. And we played guys that were assholes, and
Yeah.
worried about winning and were complaining how many kids we had and this and that. Like, bro, you've got like 3 stars on your team that are running the field, and I've got a couple, like my daughter included is like licking the goalpost. So it's like, what are you complaining about, bro?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's ridiculous how people get this shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, Tracy. It's ridiculous. Tracy was an assistant coach for her kids playing basketball, and I don't know if she had to deal with that kind of shit too. Again, it's about the kids. It's you know what? It's you remember Casino? I don't know, but in Casino, right? Joe Pesci's kid plays little league, and
Yeah.
he's a big gangster, and then the coach is like the sheriff or something of the cops in Las Vegas, and they're like bullshit.
Yeah.
He was some prick, cop and everything, but it was all about the kids. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
they're talking on the sidelines about, he tries to kill it every time. Meanwhile, he's a fucking criminal and he's a cop. I was like, oh, it's just about the kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah, ridiculous. That's yeah. So, I mean, I guess speaking of sports, since we're talking about that, did you see? And I don't know if anybody else saw, but it was blowing up on Twitter like crazy. Um, about all the people smiling in the stands during the baseball games this week.
Oh yeah. Well, the one I saw specifically because it happened during the Mets game was the
During the
one
Mets game.
lady. Yeah, the Mets versus Oakland A's. That one brunette female that they had. Yeah,
It was
that was weird. I had no idea they were promoting a movie. I just
it
thought
was
there
during
was.
yeah, a lot of people didn't, and that was the point. It was during
Yeah,
a
I just thought there was this weirdo.
it happened during a Yankee game. That's where I first saw it. Somebody tweeted about it during the Yankee game. And then you saw it and you zoomed in and you're like, yeah, look at this person. They're just staring right at the camera. So if anybody doesn't know what we're talking about, Google it or just search Twitter for it or something like that. But it was literally people sitting behind home plate, staring at the hard cam, just with a smile on their face. Not moving, not blinking, just smiling. Like sadistic smiling.
Yeah,
Some
very
people
strange.
had it. Some people had shirts on that said smile. And some people
Yeah, I did end up seeing it eventually, but
and I had watched the trailer probably a day or two before, and I'd seen it. But then then you saw that you're like, man, that's creepy as shit. And that's got people talking about it, and that's a cool marketing technique, man.
yeah, yeah, it's
And,
pretty unique.
yeah, because
Because
again,
yeah, people definitely created buzz because
mhm.
people were like, "What the fuck are these people doing?"
And I saw they did it during the Today Show too.
Oh, did they? I
Yeah, the
didn't see
Today
that.
Show, Al Roker's talking with Hoda Kotb, and they have the big window behind them, and people standing
Yeah, yep.
across the rain, and then just some person just standing there, right in the camera, just smiling, and it's free publicity too.
Hmm.
You
Yep.
know, they're just standing in the camera's way. What are they going to do about it?
Yeah.
That's something to that kind of marketing shit like that. Like WWE's been doing that too. They're promoting a new wrestler who might come up on Raw, and they're doing like they have guys walking through the crowd. They've done it a few times. A guy just walks through the crowd on the hard cam side. He's holding up a sign, and it's got a QR code on it.
Ah,
So if you caught it and scan that QR code, it takes you to a website, that more some rabbit playing hangman or some shit. Or they're teasing something. But
yeah,
it's like, wow, yeah, that's something that I'm working for it. Now I'm invested. Now it's interesting. Now I'm paying more attention to it.
yeah,
I'm trying to think too. There was something else for a while ago that somebody did something like that, and I can't remember what it was. But that kind of shit, man, that's cool. That gets you talking, especially during baseball games and shit.
yeah. No, for sure.
And that too. I mean, yeah, because that's like the shit I had written. Oh, one of the other things. I mean, I just mentioned it on Facebook too. Jesus Christ. Um. Oh, Jesus. So
You said you just mentioned something on Facebook before.
yeah, I mentioned something on Facebook about. Oh yeah, how our last episode has more views in a week than any of our previous ones.
Wow, how about that?
Yeah, how about that? So being on hiatus
Yeah,
and coming back,
yeah. People were clamoring for the show to come back.
apparently. And you know what I
Yeah,
think? The I mean, doing some promotion helps, and also like the setting the reminder helps.
yeah,
Doing at a specific time helps, but that's also too because like we've only had maybe a handful of people that watch during, but then catching up afterwards, watching it on YouTube afterwards. I mean, that's cool, and
yeah.
yeah, this episode has more than anything else.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Um, and then again, going back to sports.
Hmm.
Yeah, because I didn't go nuts with Notre Dame because I didn't think of anything else going on.
Well,
Politics, that.
football was interesting yesterday.
What happened yesterday?
You had a big Bills Dolphins game. I don't know if you talked to your dad about it or not, but Bills lost a tough one.
That's why I heard everybody talking about the Dolphins. I know
Yeah,
the
they
Bills.
lost 21-19 to the Dolphins.
Oof. I know the
Um,
Raiders are the only team that's 0-3.
yeah, the Raiders lost to the Titans by 2. But my Jets fucking failed to show up on Sunday. So I was going to I had tickets to the game, but I skipped it for Vincent's game. So, but
The life of a
yeah,
dad.
Jets. Yeah, oh yeah. But the Jets just continue to disappoint. Just rip your heart out. They had a huge win in week 2. Last weekend. They were down. I think we talked about it. They were down 13 points. With a minute 55 left, came back and won. Everyone's feeling good. A little momentum.
That's
Coming
what
back
happened.
home, crowd will be rocking and rolling. They're playing a struggling Bengals team who are the defending AFC champs. However, they were 0-2 going into the game. Their QB's getting sacked left and right. And what do the Jets do? They fucking lay an egg. They suck. This fucking coach, man, he's
What
just
else
a
is new?
fucking slogan machine, rah cheerleader type, and this team's like undisciplined. Their defense is piss poor. He's a defensive coach. It's just fucking. It
It's
just
that
never
deep
ends with this
now,
team.
huh?
Yeah, this guy, and like
This
I
team
don't know if you.
when
Oh yeah, dude, they are. I mean, they commit stupid penalties at the worst time. I don't know if you've seen the Jets coach Robert Saleh, bald like Jack the guy.
no.
Good
That's
looking
wild.
dude. He's tan, he's bald, he's jacked. He gets you all pumped up. He says all the right things. But it's all fluff, dude. Like
Well,
no
yeah.
one gives a fuck. Like right now, watching the Giants, right? They're 2-0. Their fucking coach is like this fat bald guy that looks like he eats fucking pretzels and drinks beer. Like on a fucking Saturday, just having a good time. Like my coach would definitely beat up the Giants coach, but the Giants coach is fucking winning. That's all I want. I just want to
Yeah.
root for a winning football team. That's it.
Well, look at fucking Belichick. He's
Yeah,
tired.
exactly.
He's
Right.
tired. He's old.
Yep.
The grumpiest man in the fucking world.
Oh, big time. And then another very good head coach is Andy Reid, the Chiefs head coach. He's like
Yeah.
an offensive mastermind, and he's, the guy looks like he enjoys a cheeseburger or 5 every now and then.
Well, now you're just fat shaming, man.
Yes, I am. I'm sorry. But these guys can coach football. So maybe I'm looking for a fat coach in my life. I don't know.
And that's what's important. That's what we're talking about here.
Yeah.
That's what
all
it
the
comes down
all
to.
the talk and the slogans and the bullshit. Yeah, that's all well and good. But if you're not winning, no one gives a shit.
Eat all the cheeseburgers you want. Just win.
Exactly. That's
Get the
it.
W.
Just win. That's all. That's all we want.
Yep.
But hopefully
See,
things will change this week. The Jets starting quarterback will be back. But
who's playing Thursday?
Thursdays, Bengals, Dolphins, which will be a good one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, every week, any given Sunday.
Yeah.
It's fucking frustrating. To that, like we talked about last week, man. I can't get pumped about it. Be like, yeah, they fucking did it. This is our year. They're gonna kick out. And next week, do absolute shit.
Yeah,
Like,
no, it does suck, but
this bunch of bums.
I'm full blown addicted, so I'm
Yeah.
not going anywhere. I just keep
I've seen
torturing
so many
myself.
people talking about the Bills.
Yeah.
Bills are huge. Nobody, I saw one meme. It was like, we're not ready for I don't know if it was a Bills Bengals or Bills Browns Super Bowl or
Oh,
something.
Bills, Eagles.
Bills Eagles, maybe. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
because the two fan bases are out of their fucking minds,
Yeah, because the Bills are kicking ass, and then here you go. Now they lose to the Dolphins. You're like, fuck.
Yeah, but you know what, man? And I'm a Jeff fan, so obviously I hate all the other AFC East teams, the Bills, the Pats, and the Dolphins. But you gotta be fucking blind if you don't see that the Bills are legit. First 2 weeks they just wiped the floor with the Rams, and then the who the fuck did they play this second week? I don't know. I forget, but it was another very good team, and they're just they lost by 2, but it was a division opponent. Division games are always tough, but the Bills are going to they'll probably be there in the end. They're very good.
Well, I'd like to see it. I hope so. I still root for them every year too. My dad's been through some heartache in his day too. When he'd go to games and shit, because his friend had season tickets for the Jets. And
Yeah.
he'd go to Bills games with him, and there was some old lady in the stands who used to break his balls constantly.
Yeah.
She was like, "Oh, at least when we go to the Super Bowl, we win." He's like, "Lady, I've been to the Super Bowl in 30 years." What?
That's true, but
Bills
they
going
do have a title,
3 years in a row.
4 years in a row.
Wow, that was nuts. Thinking about that now,
Yeah.
I remember I was a kid and thinking about that now. It's like, wow, holy shit.
I mean, that is impressive to get there 4 times, but what's wild is you couldn't win one, not just one.
That's what it is. Because
You
what's
couldn't
everybody?
get 25%. Come on.
Yep, everybody remembers that you went there 4 times and you lost 4 times.
Yeah. And then they didn't make the playoffs. They had the longest playoff drought of all the teams in the 4 major sports until they made the playoffs. I think it was Josh Allen's second year, so it was 2 years ago. But yeah, they're fucking legit now. So all that doesn't matter.
We'll see.
Yep.
See this chair, bro?
Yeah.
Bro, $35 Facebook Marketplace.
Really?
Gold.
Is it awesome or what?
It's it's awesome. It's good condition and everything.
Just spray it down or what?
Yeah, I wiped it down with a wipe and shit like that. It came from a nice home.
Oh, okay.
Every time, because my wife was big into that, but buying stuff online, buying stuff through Facebook Marketplace or selling shit on Facebook or whatever. Every time you go to somebody's house that's selling something nice, their house is killer.
Oh, yeah?
I pick up so many things that people are giving stuff away for free, and stuff
Really?
that's super cheap. Like this guy had like an electric chainsaw, free. I'm not using it anymore, free. Or maybe it was cheap. Or it's people giving away this little kids air hockey table for free. And you go there, they're in these fancy neighborhoods. The houses are always huge, and there's stuff that they're just flipping. Like we got a stroller, like an athletic stroller, or my cousin or a dual stroller.
Yeah.
$25 or $50
Oh, nice.
for a stroller that seats 2 kids. And you go to their house, and it's some older couple. Their house is enormous. Every time the house is swanky. Like, man, is this what these people are doing enough of on the side that, they can do that? They put a little shit on the side like that? Crazy.
Yeah, I don't think they're getting rich off Facebook Marketplace, but
I don't think so either, but I mean, it's ironic that every time we're getting something, it's from somebody who's fancy. It's got a killer house like that.
Maybe they're connected.
All of them, maybe.
Yeah.
There's some kind of common denominator there. That's what I'm saying. That's pretty wild.
Yeah. Then they throw you off by fucking just basically handing you baby strollers. You're like, oh, these people are sweet.
That's
Meanwhile, they're fucking chopping people up in their basements and pushing fucking cocaine.
Yeah. It's a Facebook Marketplace is a front or whatever the fuck else they're doing. I'll tell you what, man. Flipping is some big time shit. So there was Mattel did a crowdfunding for an old school WWE New Generation Arena. Came with like an Ultimate Edition Doink action figure and a Diesel action figure. You had to buy it last year, and it was with shipping and everything came in like $275. I got mine in the mail, and I sold it for about $500 in a day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why'd you hold out a little longer?
You know what? I feel like that's the thing. But if I'm spending that much kind of money, I want to try to see what I can get for it. Because if you're an early backer, there's a Macho Man figure that they included too. And the Macho Man figure I see now is selling like for $150. The Macho Man figure alone.
Yeah.
The Macho Man figure plus the ring plus the other two figures was $275. So that's all. The Macho Man figure is literally all profit because I've already made it back on the other thing. Yeah. Everybody's saying that one is going to be worth a lot of money as time goes on. So I haven't gotten mine in the mail yet, but I'll probably hang on to that. But man, that shit comes in handy. You never think about it. Like I've got so much shit I don't use anymore. Or there's some stuff I buy deliberately to flip just for some extra money. But there's other shit, man, you don't even think about. Like if I just went through a bunch of my old comics and sold them or shit like that. Forget about it. I've got a He-Man toy. It's Faker, the He-Man that's all blue. I've still got that's the one I haven't let my kids play with because they've broken everything else I've given them.
Yeah.
So that one is worth, I think, like $115, $120.
Really?
And figured it's in pretty decent shape too. It's got the armor and everything.
Yeah.
A lot of shit sitting around, man. I mean, and it comes in handy, I mean, especially with like funding the second issue of my comic. And even if it just covers a bill or a tank of gas, a little shit there. Like, yeah. Like I sell, I've got these lapel pins I sell, in the Pop Quiz Apparel Etsy shop. I sell 2 of those. I mean, that covers a page.
Nice.
Profit-wise, that covers a page of my comic getting done. It's like scrapping and finding and get by any way you can. Something extra. Oh,
yeah. I don't know if I have anything to sell right now.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's because I have stuff I can sell, but not stuff I'm going to sell.
Yeah.
So let's talk about something else too. So, again, I'm big into Flip Life. There's people that do this, man. And my wife being on TikTok came across a lot of people going dumpster diving. I don't know. I don't know if I can bring myself to do
it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'm going in any dumpsters.
How do you feel on the rated? Let me jump ahead to that. I feel like let me see who this is. I think this is Justin Wright. Yes, it is.
Yeah, no, the Raiders are definitely having a rough go too, for sure. The thing is with them, though, all 3 of their losses, I mean, the one loss to the Cardinals was bad because they gave, up a big lead, but they're competitive in all their games,
Yeah.
The Jets are not competitive. Someone said on the radio today, they've played 1 minute and 55 of like competitive football this year. That was that crazy comeback they made. But besides that, like just dominated, like no chance of winning. The only lead they've held was that one against the Browns. And they've held a lead for 22 seconds this year.
Yeah.
It's fucking terrible. I mean, hey, at the end of the day, wins and losses matter. And the Raiders are 0-3, so that sucks. But
here's another funny comment that Justin had. So, hey, Seth, remember we got screwed in a sexual championship game in baseball? Kevin Witt, the Times record reporter, came on the bus. You told him to get the fuck off the bus. Then next day in paper, his title, Tuxedo Cries Foul After Loss.
Yeah, I do. I remember that well. I actually fractured my ankle in that game.
Really?
Yeah, so it I don't know if it was I don't think it was raining during the day, but we get up there and we're playing. Or maybe it was raining before the game. I forget. It started raining at some point during the game. And I think they called it for a minute, then they resumed it. There was a fly ball. I was playing left field. I'm sure you've seen this play, like where there's a pop fly and it like the center fielder, left fielder, and shortstop all converge on it. It's in like no man's land. Like any one of us three could catch it. It's like one of those, and I'm running in full speed, and I called everyone off. I got it. I go to stop. I plant my foot, and I like rolled over my foot. And I remember my coach saying he could hear the crack in the dugout, and I heard it too. Like right away, you heard the
Yeah.
and I fractured my ankle. I get off the field, I'm in the dugout. I'm trying to like run it off, but it's fucking killing me. And the minute I take my cleat off, it just blows up, And then fucking minutes later, they call the game. They suspend it because of the weather. Yeah. And then we go back, I think, the next day to finish the game. Like we had to finish like the last 3 innings or some shit. It was just like it should have like never been played. They should have never started the game.
Yeah.
They did. Then I feel like I got hurt. And, that was the reason why they were like, all right, we got to, now we got to call it. We got to show like we're suspending it due to weather. This kid just fucking broke his ankle.
It's a little too late now.
Yeah, it was against this team, Pine Plains, who was very good. I think they had 2 kids on their team that ended up getting drafted, by some major league club.
Really?
Yeah.
I like Kevin Witt.
Whatever. That guy.
I remember Kevin Witt.
He snubbed me out of making like all section for basketball.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That guy's a fucking
did 2
clown.
articles on me for wrestling.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I'm glad you and Kevin are.
F-page spread, man.
Very good.
Clips for TV exposure. I think Kevin Witt's awesome.
Oh, nice.
And I remember, I think I did like a phone interview with him too. And he did actually another article where it was me and Bull James, and then another one. So me and Bull Dempsey, former NXT star who I broke in with, and then some other person with like a 3 thing, because we were all local people. Like he was from Monroe Woodbury, and me being from Greenwood Lake.
Yeah.
So I mean, I thought he was cool. He's a Bills fan too. But I remember, I think
this fucking guy is the worst.
I don't remember when you saw him. Maybe you saw the article and saw it was by him, and you remember saying something about that. And
yeah, I do kind of remember that. Yeah.
Well, he's a nice guy. Yeah, Justin said, the one guy threw 95 miles per hour.
Yeah, I forget the name. I think they might even been brothers. I forget, but yeah, they were good. And then the next year, of course, Pine Plains moved up to like Class B. And then Tuxedo won the section the following year after I graduated. Because we did have a solid squad, and then their team the next year was good too. But.
Yeah, not in basketball though.
What's that?
How many years did we go back after? And shit, hearing there's a lot of static when I talk. How about now? Now better?
I'm still hearing some static.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Hold on. This happens too sometimes, I heard.
I don't hear you at all now. I don't hear you. There you go. Now I hear you.
Now no more static?
Yep, no more.
See, I did a podcast a while back. Some guys had me on their show to talk about old Hasbro wrestling action figures. And I was on that, and they said the same thing. So a lot of static. They had like a podcast. So I had to turn my mic off and turn it back on. I'm gonna get the soundboard, so that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Now I lost my train of thought.
No, we're talking about Tuxedo basketball.
Oh yeah. How many years was it when we went back? I was wrestling, so it's
Yeah, I
probably
don't know, but they definitely stunk.
2, 3 years back. I remember Mr. Rubino telling you, he goes, "Man, hoops haven't been the same since you left."
Yeah, yeah, they never were good again. You know.
I haven't kept up with them. But yeah, so all right, so going back to people dumpster diving again, because people are trying to scrape by the best they can, man. They're trying
Yeah,
to do anything they can to get by. And now apparently it's a thing. I don't know how. I mean, some of it looks bullshit. So my wife came across these women on TikTok that are dumpster diving, going into dumpsters from like Home Goods, Walmart, because when shit they don't sell, they just eventually throw away.
yeah,
So going into the dumpster and
yeah.
fishing through for good stuff to keep or buy and flip.
Right.
I mean, I don't know, because we've talked about it. We're like, fuck it, let's just, why not? What's the big deal? We got a Walmart right here in town. And I don't know. I don't know if I could bring myself to do it.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah, I don't think I'm doing that either.
Yeah.
And it's funny that you mentioned that because at work, we've had to go behind like Best Buy and Home Goods and stuff, just, like different property checks and whatnot. If there's like report of, larcenies being committed. And I do see that they'll throw out like perfectly good shit. And maybe it's like a floor model
Yeah.
and it's like, you know, out of stock now or a discontinued item and right in the garbage.
Perfectly good, and it's right in the garbage.
Yeah, I've seen it.
And you sell that and it's all profit. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
It's a thing. I mean, like I said, I don't completely rule it out, because how many times you hear people, or there's people, I remember reading an article about a dude, he quit his job as a stockbroker to flip shit on Amazon full time.
Yeah. Well, dude, you know what? I don't know if you've seen this before. Those people that they sell stuff on Amazon, but they buy inventory, but they don't. Have you seen this? You know what I'm getting at? Like they don't touch it. They manage it on an app, and they sell stuff. Like
Oh
the
yeah,
inventory somewhere else. They just own it and sell it. It's fucking weird. I don't get it, but people make fucking millions off that.
yeah. Because
None
so
of
the
it
thing
makes sense to me though.
Because I see dudes that have shit on eBay that are making like tens of thousands of dollars. They have
Yeah.
450 items listed on eBay.
Yeah.
So me, I'll do, because sometimes I'll sell like a really big item. So like looking at my eBay, I have right now I've got 35 things on eBay
Right.
right now. I've sold 8 things in the last 90 days. My 90-day total is $746.68.
How many day total?
90 days.
Oh, nice.
So it's not a ton, but it's
No,
still a
but
little something extra. But there's people that make tens of thousands because they have 400 items on eBay to sell.
yeah.
And then the thing like they do with Amazon is they buy shit in bulk and ship it to Amazon, and then Amazon just sells it. Amazon, or no, the people buy it on Amazon, and Amazon ships it. So it's like you set it and forget it. You box it
Yeah.
up, get rid of it, let Amazon take care of the rest.
Right.
And people are doing that with millions. There's a woman a long time ago. I followed her on Instagram, and she was buying clothes at a thrift store. And when she'd list them online, like she'd have like professional photos of people modeling these thrift store clothes. So it's just like, it's no different than any department store. You're just
Yeah.
doing it yourself and doing it online.
Right. But you don't, you know, yeah, I get it. But you don't have the warehouse and all the overhang and bullshit.
No, and that's the thing. I have shit all over the place. Like I have some things in my basement. I have some things in a storage unit. Comics that just sit in a box.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's dudes, they have just full storage units of shit that they're selling. That's why it's a full-time deal. It's a full-time job, man, and it's fun. Like I like, when you put the work into it, and like I've said it 100 times. Like I said even last week, I made enough money one year with collectibles I bought, or with exclusives I bought at Comic Con one year. I made enough money flipping those to buy Christmas presents.
Yeah.
And it's fun. It's fun hunting them down, and it's fun, when they actually sell. I sold a Rick and Morty pin the other day that I've had on eBay for, I'm pretty sure, 6 years.
Really?
Finally, I sold it. Yeah,
Wow. That's cool.
yeah, and it just was up there, and so I made a little bit of profit. So it's like, that's why, again, people have hundreds of items on there because eventually it sells. The more shit you have, the more shit sells, and eventually it just catches up with it, and it's a steady stream of income.
Yeah.
But you just got to put enough into it, man, where it's your life. Maybe one
Yeah,
day.
no, I've seen, eBay users with like fucking 100,000, ratings and
Yeah,
whole stores.
yeah. I've got. What do I got? I've got. My rating is 154.
Nice.
I've
Let me
been a
see
member of
mine.
eBay since 2003.
Let's see what I got here.
Yeah, man. I sell pins on eBay.
I bet I've been a member since 2003 as well. And I have 67 ratings.
Have you ever sold anything on eBay?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I've sold a good amount of stuff.
There you go. There's my. Oh, I got to give this guy the feedback back. WWE Ultimate Edition, New Generation, Doink and Diesel, super fast shipping. I ordered on Friday and it arrived Monday. 5 stars.
Nice.
Boom.
Yeah, I'm not seeing like my history here. I'm sure I could find it somewhere, but
Yeah, well, it only goes back like a year or something too.
uh,
But yeah, pins. I just went to Spirit Halloween. Spirit Halloween is open in my town, and they have Funko Pops in there. They're
oh,
selling
really?
twice as much on eBay.
Wow.
20% off coupon. I bought one for $35. Maybe it sells for $60 on eBay.
Yeah.
Eventually that'll sell, you know? And again,
Yeah.
it's not a ton of money, but if you sell a lot, that's what happens. That's why people buy fucking 10. Like, I watched a video. This one of the big guys that does it, because plus they always make content and they have affiliate
Yeah.
links, all that shit. So they got money coming in from everywhere. This
Yeah.
one, Reezy Resells, is a guy on YouTube that's big into it. He went to Costco, dropped $2,000 on Lego sets, and he'll make like $300 to $500 on that. Which again, I mean, $300 to $500, it's not bad.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work for that amount of money, but that's
Yeah.
constant.
I mean, hey, he made the profit, but it almost doesn't seem worth it because God forbid you don't make that profit and you just blew $2,000 on Legos,
But and that's the thing, like eventually you hope it catches up. I mean, you got to be taking L's like crazy, but people
Yeah.
are spending so much money that they're making so much money. And you see
Yeah.
Gary Vee all the time, man. He puts out videos where he goes now. Like I've talked about this on, I feel like everything else. He just put out his latest episode of Trash Talk, right, where he goes garage sailing on the weekends sometimes, and he tries to find some shit. Like he finds a stuffed animal he bought for 50 cents and sold it for $65. That was like 2 episodes or an episode ago or something.
Yeah.
Now he's gotten so popular, like he couldn't buy shit, but every garage sale he goes, people are like, "Yo, Gary Vee, you're the reason I'm here, bro." And some dude showed him his eBay, and that's like what I'm talking about. Where this dude had hundreds of items on eBay, and he's gotten $90,000 in the last 90 days.
Hmm.
Just going to garage sales and just looking for shit. Actually, what I get lazy and I never pull the trigger. Because I will.
Yeah.
There was some dude selling like 6 sets of golf clubs for $175,
Yeah.
and he had like some kind of King Cobra golf bag or some kind of Wilson golf bag. I'm like, the golf bag alone is $50,
Yeah.
you know. Or another people garage selling the other day, and they're like, "Yeah, we got these Barbie doll Harley Davidson ones." And then this dude, I saw that they have just pictures of all the stuff, and there's this Alf doll sitting on the table. And I wish I went to find out how much they're selling the Alf doll for, because the Alf doll sells for $30 to $50. I would
Yeah.
have went there and bought the Alf doll for $5 if they didn't know what they had or they didn't care. They were trying to get rid of it, you know. But you just got to put in the work for it like crazy, and that's just
Yeah. I guess that's what,
in a
like
way.
I'm not doing that shit,
I
And
know,
here we are talking about how it's lucrative, and knowing that it's like,
I know, right? People making hundreds of thousands of dollars, but
no. It's kind of like when the fucking Mega Millions comes out, At work, we all play it once it's over 500 million,
yeah,
Well, when it's like 415, you're like, fuck
I
it.
know.
Yeah,
Who gives a shit?
I don't need 415, but
Yeah,
500. All right, now we're talking.
exactly. Yeah, it's some shit, man. But because I'm trying to make a buck everywhere. Like trying to be a comic book writer, so I have some comic sales I try to do, but then also the pins. my friend Bert would bust my chops all the time when I'd go to him. I'm like, all right, man, here's what we're gonna do, and he'd bust my chops, and I was like Ralph Cramden from the Honeymooners. He's like, all right, Norton, here's what we're gonna do. That was my shit all the time. Always coming up to him with the next
I
best.
was never a honeymooners guy, so
I wasn't nuts in the Honeymooners either. A
uh,
little before my time, but
yeah,
you get what I'm talking about here.
yeah.
Always big into get rich quick shit. I didn't even get rich quick, but just, some extra money. Anything to not have to do my normal day job. That's what I wanted to do. That have pretty much had my fill.
Yeah.
You ready to retire yet? Didn't your dad retire at like 40?
No. How old was he when he retired? Let's see. He was 52 when he retired. I will be retiring much earlier than he did, though, because I can retire in 6 years when I'm 44. And that's what I'm going to be doing.
Bonkers.
Yep. Every day I
Get on
fucking
Amazon to keep up with your time.
yeah. Well, I'm gonna do something else for sure, but I am definitely retiring as soon as I can. Have that pension and then go do something else.
Couldn't even imagine it. That's fucking sweet.
Yeah, it'll be nice. I could be selective, because I got the safety net. So
I had to talk with my former director today. He used to be my direct manager. Now he was a former director. Now he went on to something else. I had to talk with him today about what I can do at my job, because I've been doing the same type of job for coming up on 20 years now.
oh wow.
Yeah, I'm pretty pretty full on that.
Yeah.
So
It's
what?
crazy how fast time flies.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Thinking back of it. Oh my god. Thinking that. So you're what? You're 38 right now, right?
Yep.
Because I'm gonna be 38. Doesn't feel. I don't feel 38.
Nah, dude, I it really hit me this year, like in the spring, close to the summer when all the local high schools were having their graduations. Um, as the police, like, we'll go to these, and, just to be a presence there. It's just a large group of people and stuff, and I'm looking, and it's like, oh, class of 2022, and I'm like, oh fuck, I was like, damn, 20 years ago is when we graduated.
Yeah.
That's fucking
Nuts.
crazy.
That's what. Yeah. Because thinking about 9/11 and shit like that too. And
Yeah, yep.
yeah, time flies, bro. It's fucking rough.
Yep. And yeah, I'm 10 and a half years into my career already.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That's
can
nuts too.
remember. What's that?
But that 10 years that you've been doing that shit.
Yeah, 10 and a half. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, April was my 10-year mark. So,
Jeez.
and that's crazy because I can remember just joining.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I think back to like when I went to Marine Corps boot camp. That was 2006. That was 16 years ago. That's
Yeah, I
fucking
mean,
crazy.
the worst, and I've thought about this ever since I had kids. Like the concept of time is like, I don't know why it's so scary to me. Like,
Yeah, I
you
think
know,
this sometimes too.
yeah, like time, because you don't get time back,
No.
and it's crazy.
Sometimes I'm driving, I'll think like, I'm 38, right? And I feel like 38 went pretty quick.
Yeah,
Like if I did 38 again, like then I'm 76.
yeah,
It's like,
yeah,
what the
which is an
fuck?
entire lifetime.
Or how about this? How about this mind fuck? Because like mentally, I'm fucking 22 in my head, right? That's how
Yeah,
I still feel. I am fucking way closer to 50. And it's not like then I am 20, like way closer. 12
yeah,
years to 50. I'm 18 years away from 20. That's fucking insanity.
it is. Yeah,
Dude. And then I think of it too, like 12 years ago. 12 years ago, I got home from the Marines. I remember watching at my buddy's house, watching the Jets versus Patriots, like in the playoffs, and the Jets won to go to the AFC Championship game. Dude, that was 12 years ago. That felt like fucking 2 years ago. Dude,
yeah,
I do that again, that time frame again. I'm 50 years old.
yeah.
That's
It is.
fucked up.
It's insane. I looked at myself in the mirror yesterday or the day before it was, and still think like, man, I have kids.
Yeah.
Like, man, I have like 2 kids, and like now I'm the parent, and I'm the one that's disciplining these kids.
Yeah.
Like, It's so I feel like they should be like my friends, like not my
Right.
kids.
No, I know. It's funny because earlier, my oldest, he's like, he's clearly like developing, like he's like got cool like catchphrases and stuff, and like he'll explain stuff, and he's like, bro, and he like broed me before. I'm like, I'm not your bro. I'm like, don't call me that. I'm your dad. Well, what's funny is I call everyone bro. I even call him bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
yeah,
he like broed me. I was like, what the fuck?
yeah. Watch it, boy.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I mean, and my dad tells me too, like, because whenever I talk about my kids getting old, my dad would talk about, and go, yeah, and then you have a dream where they're young again, and then you wake up and find out they're not young, they're old.
yeah,
I was like, oh man, that hits you because he's had the dream where I was young, and then he wakes up and I'm not a kid anymore, and it's man, that gonna happen to me at some point,
yeah.
and it's fucking scary.
A lot of
Like,
people, the one thing I don't agree with though, when they're like, oh, like right now, my kids, like we go to bed together. I have to brush their teeth, all this, and like people are like, oh, don't wish it away too much. Be like, hey, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like the day my kids like, hey, dad, I'm going to bed. I'll see you later. Like, all right, bro.
oh
No,
yeah,
like, I'm
yep,
not gonna be mad at that again. Like,
yeah,
be like,
that's
oh,
what your
the
kid
baby
says, right?
phase. They're like, oh, cherish it because you'll miss it. No, I don't. I don't miss changing fucking diapers or them like crying for no fucking reason, and I can't figure it out because they can't talk. No, I don't miss that shit. Sorry, I don't. I enjoy them being older because now they're more like friends.
Yeah, it's funny because my wife and I had that talk today.
Yeah,
Um, and we were coming back from picking the kids up, and we were talking and saying, you know, we'd probably, if we could, we'd probably have a third, probably have at least a third kid. Um, and then because like I think about it, like I like my kids being older and they're going to school and they're a lot more independent. I don't miss waking up in the middle. I mean, my kids, well, my daughter anyway, she don't sleep through the whole
yeah,
night. But just doing things with them where they can do it on their own and being able to talk to them and stuff like that. Do I want a little baby where I got to take care of everything?
oh no
Well,
way.
see, but I don't know. Part of me does. There's a part of me where I understand why people have a ton of kids. Because again, there's those moments that you had with your kids where you're just holding a baby and watching them grow and watching them do those things for the first time that you'll never get back.
Yeah,
I mean, if you're okay with, I did it, I experienced it, and now we keep going. Like, obviously, I'm super excited to see the type of people my kids turn into. But part of me would definitely, like to experience those young things over again. So I get why people have so many kids. I mean, when
yeah.
people have a ton of kids, they're crazy. But I get why they want to do it.
Yeah, I don't miss any of that. I'm all set on the whole young kid thing.
Really, what was it like the next day after your second son
Yeah.
was born, you went and got snipped?
Yeah, they wheeled me in. I was in the hospital bed next to my wife. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the case, right? Like, all right,
Yeah.
is that one out yet? All right,
Oh, he's healthy. He's good. Okay, let's go.
let's get this over with.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, dude, it makes me ill. I get a stomach ache thinking about another baby.
I tell
Like
the story
that
all the
whole.
time about how what a friend of ours and their brother has what 6 kids or 8 kids or some shit, and you were saying like, man, it scares the shit out of me.
Yeah. Ugh.
That many kids is a lot.
Dude, and honestly, like I enjoy being with my kids and like doing all their stuff, but like, bro, if you had 6 or 8, how close are you to your kids? Right? I mean, there's fucking 8 of them. There's only one of you. Like, how much time can you give to each one?
Yeah,
Like in
that's
in eight kids, there's gonna obviously be a fucking huge gap, right? Because if you had a kid every fucking year, the 8-year-old is gonna be you're gonna have an 8-year-old, you're gonna have an infant, right?
yeah.
And then like how do they get close? Because by the time, you know, it's fucking weird, you know?
You know what? It's a lot of work.
Yeah, big
It's a lot
time.
of
But I'm
work to
saying
get them
like
together.
I bring my boys to games or on vacation. We do this, and like it matches up nice. One goes with mom, one goes with dad at the amusement park stuff. You have fucking 8 of them. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Also, too, you have 8 kids. You're never going to Disney World. Never, ever, ever, ever.
That's
How the
true.
fuck do you pay for 8 kids to go to
Yeah,
Disney?
That's where couponing comes in and going to make a trip to
Yeah,
Costco where you take a school bus to fucking go to Costco.
yeah. It's a lot of trips to Costco.
That's you just changing your whole lifestyle there. And my cousin would always say too, when I say this all the time, he goes, you have 2, you're okay. You have 3, now you're outnumbered.
Oh, I agree completely. And 3 too. Now you have to change what type of vehicle you're driving. You know.
Yeah, that's true. Right. That's a big thing. I know it does. There's a lot that goes into it, man, but sometimes you throw all that stuff out the window just to enjoy those moments again. And like I said, I mean, part of me, I get it because, yeah, it's definitely like, I'm okay with, my kids, thankfully, they turned out great and healthy. And, they're beautiful kids, even though they're fucking monsters and bastards sometimes. But, so you're like, okay, I'm good with what we went through.
Yeah.
But then, like I said, man, I get it from some people because you think about those moments that you'll never get back. And I don't know, man. It's so, like I said, ever since I had kids, it's just fucking scary to me. Like even like the whole concept of time in general. Like I don't know why, but the idea of space is scary to me.
Yeah, space is weird.
Yeah.
And the fact, yeah, oh yeah, we want to get on some like deep weird shit right now, like yeah,
Right? That's exactly it.
like dude, we're like Earth, right?
Yeah.
Like
Earth. And it's fucking
Earth
old
is
for
shaped like this, right? And we're like right here, yet we're standing straight up, not like this, like
oh yeah.
and Earth is just this floating ball in the universe with like
Yeah.
other floating balls that all revolve around this giant ball of fire. Like what
And
the
I never
fuck?
used to think about this shit. I never used to
Yeah,
worry about this shit.
it's just
But now the,
weird.
the concept that I could just travel in a direction forever
Oh
for
yeah,
fucking infinity, and who knows
yeah,
what I would see or
yeah.
eh,
No, it's strange, dude. And then like you really think that, you think about it in that big picture, and then it's like, wow, I'm so insignificant.
oh yeah,
Like, dude, my like, holy shit, am I like so insignificant moment was my last deployment. We were on ship floating between like Japan to like Thailand to Singapore to the Philippines. And when we were out in the Pacific Ocean and you're out far enough where there's like no land around you at all, and you're on the ship and you just see water forever, like you're in space, like infinity, like
yeah, yep,
there's no land, there's just water forever. You're like, holy fuck. Like here I am on this monster aircraft carrier that is so minute
yeah.
compared to this ocean.
It's
And then
fucking
I'm even smaller than that. It's just like, I could fall off this fucking boat right now. And it's like,
yeah,
he's a goner.
vanishing to nothing.
Yeah.
It is. It's fucking scary. TikTok. I don't know why too. Like, because the only time I ever really go, like, sometimes I'll be laying in bed at night and I just go through TikTok. I don't go through it that often, but sometimes I do. And I don't know why, but always at night it comes up with these fucking scary videos. Like, how does the algorithm know that? Oh, it's nighttime and he must be
Yeah,
in bed.
let's
We'll show him
let's
scary.
freak them out. Yeah.
Yeah, and they show these videos of the ocean, and like slowly, they like this giant's face like becomes visible in the ocean, and it's like Jesus
Yeah.
fucking Christ, that's scary. Let's go through past that.
Yeah.
And
Dude, my TikTok feed is just half naked chicks. Bro, when I signed up for TikTok, and I do, like, I mean, yeah, whatever, nice to look at, but like, when I signed up, you know how TikTok asks you what you're into? It's like sports, movies,
yeah,
music, whatever. I did not hit the half naked slut button.
yeah.
I definitely didn't check that one
An
off.
option.
No, I don't know, but I didn't check it off. That's all I fucking get. That's it.
That's all
That's
it's
all
on.
it is.
I have a lot of comic and wrestling shit now, but yeah, but that shit comes up in random pass like, hey, just throwing this out there in case you
Well,
want.
but
Here it
what's
is.
fucked up is my wife will go through her feed and hers is all different, like jokes and
Yeah,
funny
I think
stuff.
that's
There's no
what I
jokes, dude.
yep.
There's just fucking sluts, slut, 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 slut. Oh, random like NFL video, slut, slut, slut. Like fucking weird, like air fryer recipe, slut, slut. Like, what the fuck? And
That's
dude, I'm
yeah.
not gonna lie, where I'm at in life right now, I kind of want to see the air fryer recipes, so keep them coming. But you know,
Hold
It's
on, we're
just,
getting some static again. I can't hear you too well.
yeah, it's just weird.
I don't know why the hell this shit happens. Yeah, I know, right? Like, where I'm at, I'm kind of interested in that air fryer recipe. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, the shit I catch myself watching
Got a
now.
David post for food,
Yeah.
for recipes. Maybe I want to make for dinner one night.
Oh, dude, things I look up now, I'm intrigued by.
Hold on, brother. You're breaking up again. You gotta wait for this to pass or some shit. I don't know why this shit happens.
You sound good on my end.
Yeah, no, you're like a wobbly. How about anybody else? Anybody else want to comment and see if hold on, my son was telling us something. Oh, here we go. My son was telling us something the other day. He said that's from back in your day, right? Made me feel old. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I've had that moment a lot of times with my kids.
Exactly.
Like I tried explaining like VHS to them. Dude, that's like true generation. Dude, they don't even know what the fuck DVDs are.
No.
And I'm trying to explain VHS, which is like two before that. You know?
Yeah. Trying to explain the concept of, look, I know you can watch anything you want whenever you want to watch it, but sometimes a commercial comes up and I can't skip it. Sorry.
Yeah, they don't get it. Or like, cassette music cassettes, then CDs, then like MPG. Like they just know Apple Music. They don't know. They're like, what? Like you had a whole box full of things and you put them in the player?
Yep.
Like, why didn't you just Bluetooth it?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you mean I can't tell Alexa to play any song I want right now when I want to hear it?
Bluetooth also is fucking crazy, you know?
Yeah. The air fryer is the greatest invention ever. You know what? It is. My parents got me one a long time ago.
I don't use mine enough.
That's the deal. Because I got a smaller one, so it was the two of us. We used it to death. But now, I don't know if it was on sale on Amazon. It probably was, or Black Friday sale or some shit. But I got a toaster oven that is like everything in one. It bakes, it air fries, it grills, it fucking rotisseries. It's everything.
My mom bought me a Ninja like 10-in-1 thing for Christmas, and it does the same. It's like a slow cooker, fucking air fryer, steamer, you name it. It does it all. Yeah. And now I see too, like the air fryer. I see ads all the time. Like the air fryer has like the fucking paper, fucking things you could put in, so you don't have to dirty it up. You know?
Yeah.
They look like coffee filters almost. You know? It's just like holy shit.
Exactly.
You know, I was just like lazy. Like we don't have to clean it now. Like can the air fryer like go into the freezer for me too and grab what I want and just cook it and then feed it to me? You know?
Yeah, it's such a bitch to clean. So when I got
well, that's why you get these little inserts.
Oh yeah, like you said,
look them up. There's 100 of them for like $10 on Amazon.
That's interesting,
dude. Man, speaking of like
a toaster oven, it's so easy. I cooked some tater tots in it today for my kids.
Speaking of like looking at like shit, like how you know you're old, dude. I've been looking to get like just a air fryer just so I use it more because again, this Ninja thing's kind of intimidating. I just want like just an everyday run of the mill air fryer, and then I'm like looking and I'm comparing them on Amazon, dude. 2 hours I'm doing like air fryer research, and I got to tell you, not one moment was I bored.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. Like, I'm watching video reviews and shit. It's like, what the fuck is going on here?
And then now your fucking Facebook or whatever's flooded with air fryer shit.
Oh, well, that's the other thing. Where you're telling me they're not listening. Yeah, right. When we get off this thing, I'm gonna get fucking bombarded with fucking air fryer paper insert fucking ads.
Yeah, that's exactly right. It's not even that they're just watching what you're searching for. They're straight up. I don't even think they're listening. They're reading your mind at this point.
Oh yeah. Oh, dude, we've all been through this thing. You have a discussion with like your wife. You talk about something like you've never talked about in your life. Then you go through your fucking Instagram feed and there's an ad for it. You're like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
No, okay, you're not listening, right?
I know. It's called target marketing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
It's listening all the time. Because imagine.
Oh yeah.
This thing is
well, when you download Instagram, you download Instagram, you're ready to fucking double tap some pics. Just you want to get nuts, right? You want to start viewing stories and stuff. So right when you download the app, right, it goes through all the bullshit in the beginning. Will you give this fucking app access to fucking locations? Will you give this app access to the mic? Will you give access to the photos? Blah, blah, blah. Will you give access to your social security number? They ask you for everything. You're just like, yup, because you just want to get through that shit so you can fucking watch some stories,
Yeah.
So you agreed to the fucking we're gonna listen to you and fucking attack you with fucking ads that you spoke about.
Yeah.
And you just agreed to it. But you didn't
there's
know.
settings in Facebook where you can go through and turn that off. Don't
really?
allow this app to search other apps on what you're tracking to know what we should fucking sell you.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so much shit that's related to that. But I mean, what are you gonna do? Sometimes it's helpful.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, there has been times I stumble across something like, oh wow, this is kind of cool.
That's exactly. Like, oh, I'm glad this came up. Thanks for paying attention.
Now that we've talked about it, there's just gonna be like double the sluts on my TikTok now.
Oh, I'm sorry. What'd you say? You like sluts on TikTok? Here you go.
Yeah.
Fucking targeted marketing. Yeah, well, that's what I think about it. Amazon, Alexa's listening all the time, just waiting for you to say Alexa. So it's just sitting there like.
Dude, what's funny? Sometimes like I'll be watching an Amazon commercial and the commercial will say it, and then my Alexa's like, huh? Like,
Yeah, I saw
like they're talking to each other.
I was watching Mean Girls and I got to the part where it said, Alexa, I'm sorry I called you a gap tooth whore or something like that. And my Alexa woke up and responded, that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's listening all the time.
Yeah. Have your kids talked to Alexa yet or no?
Yeah, not talk to it. They tell it to play music.
Oh, my kids the minute. So I have one Alexa. It's in my basement. The minute they come down here, they look at it, they go, Alexa, fart. That's all they do. Nonstop.
We've done that. But my daughter's funny because trying to tell her, like, no, honey, you have to say Alexa's name. And she'll go, Alexa, what's your name? And like, no, that's how you get her to talk. And that's how you get her to, to do things.
Yeah.
And my kid has to scream at Alexa, Alexa, bloom, and it turns on. And then he's still going, Alexa. Like, no, buddy, say it once, let it turn on. And it's like understanding the concept of it. That's a meme too of saying, like, I've gotten Siri and Alexa mixed up all the time. So there's times where I've said Alexa and Siri turns on. Like, it gets it. It knows. Like, I know what you meant.
It's fucking weird.
Yeah, that's a meme too. I can't believe I'm to the point where I'm getting my robot butlers' names mixed up. What a time to be
it's funny. My robot butlers, it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a bunch of them in here. I got Siri. I got whatever fucking Google's name is.
Yeah, Google. I remember Microsoft's name. I don't know what Google is. Google, I think. Yeah. You just say, hey, because my wife has a Google phone. So you just say, hey, Google. Which is a Samsung phone. So you say, hey, Google.
How is her phone, by the way? Is it cool?
Her phone?
Yeah.
I don't like. I mean, I'm an iPhone person, so I don't know. She actually just got the one that you flip open.
Oh, yeah.
And she hates it.
That's really, my buddy's got it. And I was talking to him about it a couple weeks ago. And he was like, I love it. And looking at it, I was like, this thing looks sick.
Yeah, it does. It looks cool.
I've been intrigued by these phones lately.
Yeah.
Because the iPhone's the same shit every time.
Yeah, but it's the same shit over and over again.
But it is the simplicity of it. Like, everyone's got an iPhone. I do like iMessage. But some of these Samsungs look pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, so she had the Galaxy or whatever for a while. And so but she wanted something else. I think she got it. She wanted to multitask on it because the commercial for it shows you that. Like, you can open it up and it's almost like a computer. You can have two sides and you're doing two things at one time.
Yeah.
But it's also awkward. It doesn't come with the pen, which is a bummer. But it's awkward to hold. Like, if you want to take a selfie, like, your thumb isn't reaching. Like, it's cool to have it on the screen, but your thumb isn't reaching the thing. And then, when it's folded, it's so narrow.
Right.
So
that is nice about the iPhone. You hit, like, when you're in a camera mode, if you hit the fucking volume button.
Yeah,
It snaps
take
the
a picture.
picture. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just not all it's cracked up to be. I mean, it's a cool concept, and yeah, I mean, maybe it's cool if you wanted to write on it.
Yeah.
But let's see. Hold on, it's still better than iPhone. Let's guess that that's my wife. Probably. Yeah,
iPhone is very user friendly, and it's just it's like familiar.
yeah. See, I like I like mine because I like all my stuff that syncs up. Yeah,
Yeah, that
I don't
is
know how to
nice.
work Samsung. I had a Droid X before I had an iPhone, and my Droid X
Yeah.
was like the biggest screen there was at the time, and it was
Right.
so cool that thing. It was like a computer. It could
Yeah.
start moving slow. Like while I've had 2 iPhones in the past 10 years, my wife has probably had 5 phones
Yeah.
because they get slow. They don't answer.
Yeah. You know
Probably
what?
the names on the contacts keep getting fucked up.
Yep. And that's the whole PC versus Mac thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Like my wife's had, I think she's on her third computer, her third laptop since I've had this MacBook.
Yep. The
And this
laptop I'm on right now,
MacBook's
bro, I've had for 10 years.
this MacBook's battery sucks, but besides, I keep it plugged in. Besides that, this thing will go for another couple of years, I'm sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, my
exactly.
mom was just hitting me up because her laptop's getting slow. And that's the thing, man. You get a PC, it comes with like fucking 500 programs on it, like all that garbage.
Yeah.
And they all have to start up when it takes an hour to turn the computer on.
Yep.
I think my mom would kind of be lost with a Mac at this point, but there's got to be a PC out there like a Lenovo that's just like, hey, look, man, all we got on here is fucking Microsoft Office and like internet or
Yeah.
Microsoft Edge.
Here's all
Like
you
that's it. Yeah, like I don't need fucking Movie Maker or fucking picture, fucking diary, flipbook, fucking your sister's ass. I don't need any of that. Just let me browse the internet and maybe, make an Excel spreadsheet. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all I need.
Yeah, exactly. I got Office on, I think I got like through my job, but it came with its own shit. It had the
Yeah.
Comic Life app on it that I used to letter my comic. I mean, so that was
Well,
super.
right, but that's cool. But let me decide if I want the fucking comic book app or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Not you, Microsoft. You don't
need it.
decide.
Like
I'll
shit.
decide what's on my computer.
Like, what are you going to use your computer for? It's mostly surfing the internet.
Yeah.
That's it. But fucking the Mac, you don't have to worry about that shit. But even my
No.
mother-in-law right now is dealing with stuff with her computer that's not going. She has computer problems all the time.
And then it's just natural. It's like they do it on purpose. They just eventually get slow. And
Yeah.
so slow to the point where like I just have to buy a new one.
I've had to go through it with work computers
Yeah.
and tell them, like, look, man, I've had this computer for a couple of years now. It's just moving slow. Unless I plug in the power, it moves so slow.
And dude, honestly, like you use a MacBook for like a week, you're used to it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
now I'm ambidextrous. I can fucking use PCs, I can use Macs, I can do whatever.
Exactly. I remember when I first saw an iPhone, I was like, whoa, there's one button?
Yeah.
What
And
the
now
hell
there's
is
no buttons.
this?
Yeah.
But it's now there's no buttons.
Yeah, now we're swiping everywhere.
Yeah, it's all on the screen, everything like that. Like, okay, that's a piece of cake. I got so used to it so fast, and I like that it syncs with my watch. It syncs with my earbuds, all that shit. I bought my wife a Samsung watch because she has a Samsung phone, and it was a pain in the ass to try to set up.
Yeah, it is wild, man. You buy like AirPods, like you fucking put it near your phone. It's like connected.
Yep, exactly.
Like, oh, that was easy.
Yep. Yeah, and then that's the point of it. I mean, it's all the same shit, so it all syncs up. So that's why. But then people bitch about iPhone because it's the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, no, I know. People are never fucking happy. Yeah.
Which I mean, I get because we literally just said that yeah, iPhone is the same thing over and over again. But I don't need a new iPhone. I'm solid with my iPhone right now.
Yeah.
I didn't even need a new one. I think the only reason I got a new one because of this one, like I had an iPhone 7. The only reason I got a new one is because the button broke on it.
Yeah.
Which you could do a digital button, so you don't even need the button, but that was a pain in the ass. So I was like, all right, maybe it's time to upgrade.
I got what do I got? I got the 12 Pro, and I have 2 more payments on it, and that's paid off.
Oh yeah, wow.
And me and my wife got phones at the same time, so when mine's paid off, so will hers. Dude, my bill's gonna be like $95 cheaper.
Yeah, wow.
But you know what'll happen in a fucking 2 months? The fucking thing will slow down to where it's like I can't use it, or the battery will be shot.
14 to come out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna call Verizon and be like, how about you just give me a 14? Because I've given you millions of dollars, okay? How about we
that's
do that?
well, if you were a brand new Verizon customer, they'd give you a 14 on the house.
Oh, really?
I think so. I don't know, probably.
Oh, you're gonna reward the fucking guys that just got here, but me, the guy's been here since 2007.
That's what
Yeah, I
they
get
do.
nothing.
Yeah,
Nice.
and I've got this shitty case on it where I think I dropped it the other day, and it was finally the fucking last straw where I picked it up and finally, I don't know if you can see. Yeah,
Mm.
the back fucking shattered on it. Yeah. But I mean, that's no big deal. I mean, I'll just put it in the case and it's still everything still works. But that kind of sucks. But
Yeah.
again, still works okay. Yeah, I love my fucking phone, man. I remember Gary Vee talked about I'd rather get stabbed and have them take my wallet than have them take my phone.
Yeah.
Because
No, seriously.
I could do my job on my phone.
Dude, the other day I went to the bank. I go to Chase and I saw. Are you a Chase customer or no?
No.
So Chase has these like diesel ATMs inside the bank now where you can draw. I think you can withdraw like $5,000
Oh,
like in
really?
one shot. Yeah, 'cause I think like the normal ATM, the max is like 600 or whatever. But these ones, for whatever reason, because they're inside, I don't know. You can draw out a lot. But I watched a girl walk right up to it, and she used her Apple Pay to access. Like she didn't put her card in.
What?
She scanned her Apple Pay. There was a thing, and then she was able to access the menu to do like whatever ATM transaction she had to do.
Yeah. Really?
And then I did it. I was like, holy shit! You don't even have to take your fucking card out of your wallet now.
At the
It's
ATM.
wild.
That's wild.
Yeah. Well, you got to think. I think these things are so encrypted, you know.
Yeah. Well, because
So
I learned that so the Apple Pay just handles identification, but like using your card, because I came across some video on Instagram, I think, where a dude, because if you go, like if you swipe your card, like when you go use your card anywhere, you got to check. Like this guy was at a 7-Eleven, and if you check the card scanner, you could pop the thing off. I mean, I don't know if you've come across this maybe, in your days in law enforcement. You can pop the thing off, and it's something that scans your credit card. And I've
yeah,
seen it when you go to the ATM and you put your card in, they have those little green things that you can try to pull that off. If you can pull it
yeah,
off, that's a reader that scans your card and steals your information. So if you're
yeah,
scanning your card like that, that's stealing your information. But if you're using like your Apple Watch or your Apple Pay, that's just
yeah,
identification.
yeah. Oh yeah, no, that's a big thing. Like that's why they got away from the just a strip. But now they have the chip on the card
Yeah.
because people were putting things. I forget what they call them, but like gas pumps, they were prevalent. If
Yep.
you put your card in, it was like it feels a little tight, and you took it out and you did your thing. Someone just stole the info off your strip.
Yep.
And now they're using yeah. So then they went to the chip, and then that always fucking malfunctions. And now, you got the Apple Pay. Yeah, I use Apple Pay all the time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yo, they
Yeah, it's
like
awesome.
they like know me around my town because I'm pretty sure I'm the only person that uses my watch to pay for shit.
Yeah,
So they're like, "Oh, fancy, you've got that thing, huh?" I'm like, yeah, it
yeah,
comes in handy.
yeah. You have it too, jerk off. But
Yeah.
you just don't want to fucking figure it out.
Yeah, I know. Like I left the house the other day and forgot my wallet, and it's like, okay, well, I know the stores I'm going to. I know they have
Yeah,
Apple Pay, so I'm made in the
yeah,
shade. It's just 11 o'clock already.
yeah.
How's it only we've been doing this for an hour and 20 minutes, and it's 11 o'clock? Did we start that late?
I mean, we started at 9:40. We started 10 minutes
There
late.
you go.
It's not
Yeah.
that bad.
I even came down early to turn my computer on because my laptop takes a little bit to boot up when it's turned off. But then it's still trying to plug in my microphone, get all those settings right.
Yeah,
Yeah. So, I mean, the only other thing that I wrote down this week, I know you sent me. I guess maybe we'll save the wacky fighting for next week. All that dumb shit that I've fucking seen. Like
oh yeah,
I commented, if guys buckling into the car and fucking. The deal is, because I watched another video on it. So they have to sit there next to each other in the car with their seatbelts on.
yeah,
And then when they blow the whistle or whatever, take your seatbelt off and then start fighting.
yeah.
And like the one dude didn't get out of his seatbelt in time, so he just got the shit kicked out of him. So
Yeah, I've seen quick clips on the internet with that, but
yeah, there's it's what I came across was at punchclub_official on Instagram. Yeah, there's the card jujitsu. There's phone booth MMA where two guys just stand in a phone booth and beat the shit out of each other. I've seen guys arm wrestle and fight where you gotta lock hands and then just punch each other and kick with the other hand, with
yeah,
whatever you
it's
got
stupid.
left. It's so stupid,
Just
right?
do it the traditional way.
Exactly. Slapping has gotten huge.
Yeah, I've seen those.
Yeah, like I saw a video of two girls slapping the shit out of each other with Arnold Schwarzenegger standing in the background watching. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, that shit's fucking weird. But all right, maybe we'll close up with what's going on in the world of COVID. So, what did you send me the other day?
Oh boy, I thought we were gonna have a COVID-free show.
I don't think we can. I think it's kind of our
No.
thing now.
Yeah. I sent you a thing. It basically said from the CDC that, without getting technical, that being vaccinated does not prevent you from spreading or contracting COVID, which has been like for me, no shit for fucking 2 years now. But
Yeah.
now that the holy grail, the gold standard CDC said it, now maybe people will finally believe it.
What did you do? Did you text that to me? Because I don't see it in my Instagram.
No, it was Instagram
It was?
story, but it was a story, so it's probably gone now.
That
It was
could
a
be.
story from a doctor I follow in Long Island, and he's been like, no, he believes
The right wing doctor.
well, no, or he's a fucking common sense doctor.
All right, there it is. Russell Soroski. Yeah, there you go. It's
Yeah.
no longer available.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
So-
just because I know plenty of people who are right wing that are petrified of COVID and buy all the shit, and I know left wing people who think it's fucking nonsense. So,
Yeah.
This guy, I like to consider him a more common sense guy because, like, the facts are facts. Like, I know you had your buddy
That's what
on.
we're all about. We're all about
Your
the
buddy,
facts. Doesn't matter
your
if you're
buddy
right,
was
left, whatever.
your buddy that was on that had COVID last week, and he's like, "Oh yeah, I got it at the funeral, at the wake, and who I got it from, they weren't vaccinated." It's like, well, dude, I mean, it doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't,
Well,
because I know. What's that?
Well, clearly it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. I mean, everyone's. I don't know anyone who hasn't had COVID at this point. Like maybe ones or twos, but there's plenty of people. All these people who are the far majority are vaccinated, and COVID's still spreading. So, you can have a room full of vaccinated people, that can spread. And I think it'd be smart if we all accept it, because like if you're denying it, I think I think you're just stupid at this point.
Does it work the same way with the flu?
What?
Like if you're vaccinated, if you got the flu
No,
shot.
they've never sold the flu shot as that. I think the whole selling point of the flu shot is you get the flu shot, you'll have a less severe case of the flu, and also too, more people have looked into the flu shot now, obviously, because like the awareness is just heightened. From what I understand, they only give you like certain strains of the flu in that flu shot that they predict are going to be prevalent that year. So if another strain comes along and knocks you on your ass, then it is what it is,
Now, so you say with the flu shot, it's less, like it hurts you less. Do you think that's the case with the COVID vaccine? That you just get it not as bad?
See, but I don't know. I honestly no, because for just me personally, I've had COVID twice. I have a friend at work who was fully vaccinated. He got COVID. He was knocked on his ass. I was fucking perfect. I mean, I had a cold. Someone had to tell me I had COVID because I had to get tested weekly at my job, and it came back positive. But again, to me, it was just a cold. I went to work because again, I was going to work while the test was pending because obviously I can't be out unless it comes back positive. And then when it did come back positive,
the only way I had COVID was somebody told me I had COVID.
Exactly. And that's the other thing. I used to make jokes like, oh, I got this virus is so deadly. And I was so sick that someone had to tell me I had it. You know what I mean? Like, if you're fucking that sick, you're going to know. And again, I'm not sitting here saying, obviously COVID has killed people. It is serious. But it's serious for, select people. For the far majority, it is not. And I think that's whether you're vaccinated or not vaccinated. Because again, I know plenty of people who are unvaccinated. They're still here with us today.
Yeah.
And again, who knows? Maybe it does help certain people, right? The
Yeah,
vaccine.
that's
Maybe it
the
did.
tough part. Like, is it
But I don't like when the people definitively come out and be like, oh yeah, thank God I was vaccinated because this could have been way worse. But you don't know that. You don't know that because me, I was fine, and I had a friend who was vaccinated who felt very fucking sick. So how
yeah,
do you explain that one?
exactly, and that's what's so like you don't know. Like, are we
Right.
really that early on where all that testing we're that clueless about? Because like I
Well,
said,
so
like
basically,
my friend Scott, Scott last week talking about it. My dad had COVID a few weeks ago, and my
yeah,
dad's vaxxed and boosted up. I'm pretty sure, and he felt
right.
like shit.
Right, there you go. And again, maybe if he wasn't vaccinated, it would have been worse. But again, I don't think we're ever gonna know or be able to know because again, I had it and I'm not vaccinated. I was fine. My wife had, she was fine. Like, you know,
Yeah,
I don't know. I think the thing is like we're finally at the point, thank God, where it's like it's not being pushed as much. It's being like, hey, look, this is available for you if you want it, and if you don't want it, then so be it.
that's kind of your only
And we
option.
finally reached that point. And again, like, hey, if you want to wear a mask, wear a mask. Knock yourself out. No one's going to tell you you can't wear your mask,
Yeah,
And I'm glad we're finally at that point. And the fact that we are at this point and like everything seems to be okay, that's a good thing.
yeah, and you just you go about your life. That's how it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all. That's all we can do. I mean,
Yeah, that's it. And if you are worried, then take your precautions and do what you got to do.
yep, that's how it goes. Yeah, now you just now what can you do? Now you just got to live your life and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't worry about it forever. I mean, it's fucked up because we went through so much because of it because we didn't know. I see that's the way I always look at it. Like, yeah, it
Well,
sucks.
yeah, no, the very beginning, I'm all about that. Like, dude, we had no idea what we were dealing with. Like the cautiousness there and like, the rush to get a vaccine. Like that's all, that's all fucking very understandable. But when we had enough data to know, like, all right, like this doesn't work or like this doesn't make a difference. And then they continued with lockdowns and it became political on both sides. It just was like, all right, this is just fucking stupid,
It definitely went off the rails with
Oh,
politics.
yeah. Dude, the fact that like there were no mask mandates anywhere except in schools. Remember that time frame? It's like, wait, so yeah, I get it. You're gonna make my kid wear a mask in school, but then they're gonna go to the fucking mall and they're gonna be with their friends at a fucking birthday party at like Urban Air or some fucking ball pit, and they're not wearing masks. So what the fuck's the point here?
Yeah, and then they're gonna go to school like it's gonna
Yeah.
make a fucking difference. Yeah,
Right. Or then like everyone didn't have masks, but they still require masks on planes. It's like, well, what the fuck? Like, I'm fucking mingling with these people. Now I get on the fucking plane, I got to wear this thing. And now I'm going to another state or another country where I don't have to wear it. And then I'm going to get back on the plane. It's just like, the madness had to end.
yeah,
This just didn't make sense.
yep.
But
Well, I think knock on wood, it has.
yeah,
So
hopefully.
maybe next week there'll be nothing new to talk about with COVID.
Hopefully that's it. Hopefully COVID has been put to bed.
Yeah, I know. Which I thought was the case until we brought it up last week, and there was still
Yeah.
stuff to talk about with it. And then now even something like I said from what you sent me today, or what you sent me the other day about it. So
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I guess I don't know. It'll be nice when that's it. When we actually don't have anything to talk about it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, now we're good. So all right, man. I think this was a good episode. You know what I was thinking about too when I wrote down, that it's our last episode got more views. Remember how awesome that video game episode we did that didn't get recorded and didn't get released?
Oh, yeah. The fucking lost episode.
The lost episode. That episode
Yep.
was so good. And of
Yep.
course,
That was good.
yeah. I wish
Oh
I
yeah, dude! I remember at the end of it, we're like, "Oh, we hit our groove. Like, here we
yeah,
go," and then it was like didn't
exactly.
record. And
That
like
was
you can't redo it. You can't replicate it. It's
yeah, we
impossible.
were texting each other afterwards, like, man, I think that was a really good episode. That was
Yeah.
great. And it didn't fucking get recorded. That was the last time we'll use Zoom. That
Yeah.
was that was it. After that, we switched to StreamYard, which we're on now, and that was the fucking end of it.
Yep.
That was so fucking. Or no, maybe use Skype. After Skype, we use Zoom. After Zoom, yeah, that was the last time we used Skype ever again.
Yeah.
That was so funny. Texting each other, man. Yeah, that was a real good episode. Yeah, I was thinking the
Yeah.
same thing.
Oh yeah.
Good thing it didn't fucking get recorded.
Yeah. That was heartbreaking.
Yeah, now we just go live, so we can't miss it. All right. Well, I think that's gonna do it for this week. You got anything to plug?
No, no,
Nothing yet.
nothing. Nah, nothing yet.
Yeah.
One
Uh,
day.
you can check out the interview I did last Tuesday. You can go to the Comic Book Club YouTube page, or their Facebook or Twitter or wherever, and I did an interview for them last week, where I promoted my comic, Championship Wrestling League. Big poster of it back there. You can get that for sale along with some cool pins. You can search Etsy for Pop Quiz Apparel. Get my comic, get some cool pins, help kick some money our way. Plus, what I might do, I did something. I did something on the Instagram today, and maybe I'll do it more on the Facebook group. But I set up an affiliate page for Amazon, so you can click some links. I put out some posts of the equipment we're using, for microphones and shit, and like I posted on the Instagram page today about the Kodiak cake muffin.
Yeah, I don't want any Kodiak cakes, thanks.
Bro, you don't? They're so good.
No. Yeah, but the calorie ratio is not good enough for me.
No, even
No.
even though it's Kodiak, there's 12 grams of protein.
Yeah, I know. 12 grams of protein's comical. That's nothing, and there's too much fat in it.
I think it's like 13 grams of fat and 12 grams of protein.
No good. Not a good ratio there.
But I tell you what, for when I need it on the go, like, because I'm not making eggs and shit in the morning, not every morning.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
And I don't want sugary cereal.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I like them. I think they're fucking delicious, and they're good for me. So,
Oh,
yeah,
I'm sure they are good.
if you want to go to the Instagram and click on that link and get yourself a box of Kodiak cake cups, they're fucking delicious. Plus, when I posted about it on my personal Instagram page, they messaged me and they were like, "Hey, thanks for the promotion."
Nice. Did they throw you like a 10% off coupon or anything?
Of course not. They were just like, "Hey, thanks."
They're just free promotion. They don't give a fuck.
Exactly. Nice. They were like, "Hey, try the s'mores cups. They're a fan favorite." So I got those, and those were good. But I think I like the double chocolate ones better. But they are, man. They're excellent. My kids like them. Like, put some milk in it, put it in a microwave for a minute. Boom, bing, bang, boom. A good breakfast on the go. Nice. Which is what I need because I'm too lazy to cook something in the morning. So yeah, click on those affiliate links, and even if you're shopping on Amazon anyway, click on one of those affiliate links, and or whatever we posted in the Facebook group, and search your Amazon shit through there. Hopefully, it kicks some money back to the show, and give us some money for our time. And plus, StreamYard isn't free. I think I pay for this shit, so help out the show and contribute. And I'll get in touch with MeUndies one of these days and see if I'm gonna post in the Facebook group too. SNL does some really funny skits about podcasting, and there's one about some dude who got fired from his job for saying like racist shit, and then he starts his own podcast, or he got fired for saying racist shit on his podcast. So his wife got him like the Fisher Price podcast set, where it's just a pretend, but it doesn't actually record anything.
Oh, nice.
I'll search for it. I'll post about it tonight because it's so fun. But yeah, same old, same old. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, join our Facebook group. And like I said, last week we had the most viewers ever. Tonight, there's nobody watching right now anymore, but we had viewers all night tonight. So, hopefully everybody's enjoying what we're doing. I thought this was a good episode. We had some nice chitter chatter.
Yeah.
So, spread the word. Tell your friends. Join the Facebook group. Share our shit, and help us grow, because this is it's fun for me, and it's fun for us to do, and touch on some topics that I think a lot of the people that we know, it hits home with them. So I'm sure it would hit home with a lot of other folks too. So, all right, man. Got anything else?
That's it.
All right. Neither do I. All right, man. We'll text memes back and forth all week, and then we'll chat next Monday.
Sounds good, bro.
All right, dude.
All right, man.
Good night.
Yeah, you too.
All right. Bye, folks. Thanks for listening.